Elva was a curious girl from the village of Windmere. During the Lantern Festival, she found an old, broken lantern deep in the woods. When she picked it up, a tiny, glowing creature named Whisp appeared. "The path is open," Whisp whispered. Elva took a deep breath, held the lantern tight, and stepped into the glowing forest. Her adventure had begun. Elva walked into a dark forest. The trees were big and twisted like a maze. She held up her lantern. When she turned the right way, it glowed brighter. Vines tried to block her path, but Elva listened carefully. She heard a soft sound and followed it. Soon she found a safe way through. Whisp smiled and said, "Well done, little flame." Elva kept walking, brave and curious. Elva and Grendel reached a quiet clearing deep in the forest. In the center was a still, glowing pool. Grendel stopped. "This is where I leave you," he said. "What you find here is yours alone." From the water rose Luma, a silver-haired spirit. "You seek a memory," she said gently. "But first, face yourself." Elva looked into the pool. Instead of her reflection, she saw another version of herself, older, quiet, someone who never searched. That version stepped out of the water. "Why keep going?" it asked. "What if she left you?" Elva held her lantern, its light fading. "I have to know," she whispered. "Even if it hurts." Her lantern flared with light. The echo vanished. Luma smiled. "Then go," she said. "Follow the light. She waits where moonlight touches stone." Elva returned to Grendel and walked on lantern glowing, heart steady. Elva crawled into a dark, twisting tunnel under the forest. Roots wrapped around her like claws. Her lantern lit the way. Whisp sat quietly on her shoulder. "Feels like a mouth," he whispered. Ghostly figures appeared, calling to her. "This way, child." But Elva shook her head. "You didn't make it. I won't follow." They vanished. Then came Nettleroot, a giant root serpent with glowing eyes. "Why should you pass?" he asked. "I don't want the wish," Elva said. "I just want my mother." Nettleroot opened 3 paths, one warm, one full of joy, and one dark and cold. "Choose," he said, "truth or comfort." Elva looked once at the easy paths, then stepped into the dark. "If she's out there, it won't be in a dream." Nettleroot smiled. "Clever little root." Elva entered a quiet, glowing grove deep in the forest. Moonstones stood in a circle around a silver tree, and her lantern shone brighter than ever. As she stepped closer, mist swirled, and from it, a glowing woman appeared. "Mama?" Elva whispered. It was her mother, Siren, who had stayed hidden to protect the light. "I made a wish to keep you safe," Siren said. "But wishes have a cost. I couldn't leave until someone found the path." She led Elva to the tree's roots, where the final flame floated. "It grants one true wish," Siren said, "but it asks for something from your heart." Elva looked at the flame and said, "I don't wish for you to come home. I wish no child is ever left in the dark again." The flame flew into her lantern, glowing with starlight. Siren smiled, proud and teary. You've kept the light alive. As Siren faded into starlight, Elva stood tall, lantern in hand. The forest path ahead sparkled softly. She wasn't alone anymore. Elva came back to her village, Windmere. It was evening, and the Lantern Festival had started. Little lights hung in the trees, and children ran with glowing ribbons. No one saw Elva at first. Then her lantern glowed bright, sending silver light into the sky. Everyone stopped and looked. Elder Moreland walked forward, surprised. Elva, where have you been? Elva smiled. I found the path, and I found my mother. The crowd listened quietly. Elva walked to the center of the village. She placed her lantern on a glowing stone. Light spread across the ground like shining roots. There's a way through the forest now, she said. Not for wishes,